If you want to hear better in background noise, these are the 3 hearing aids you need to consider. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm talking about the 3 best hearing aids for background noise in 2025. Alright, so 2024 was a fantastic year when it came to advances in hearing aid technology to help you hear better in background noise. And this also happens to be the first year that I've shared my top picks for hearing aids that perform the best in noisy situations. Of course, if hearing better in background noise is not your top priority, you may want to check out one of my other videos in my best hearing aids of 2025 video series that you see right here that I will also have linked in the description, and included inside that video series is also the worst hearing aids of 2025 if you're interested in checking that out too. The hearing aids on this list of best hearing aids for background noise in 2025 have all outperformed what we previously thought was possible for a hearing aid to do, even for individuals with really bad speech and noise test scores. Now, if you do not know what your speech and noise test score is, you absolutely want to find this out from your hearing care professional. It is typically annotated on your audiogram as your signal to noise ratio loss score, or SNR loss score. Your speech and noise score will range anywhere between 0 decibels and 26 decibels of SNR loss. The higher this score is, the worse you do in background noise, and the lower this score is, the better you'll do in background noise. Really good hearing aids can significantly decrease this SNR loss score, which is why it's very important to find a hearing aid that is capable of doing so. Now, you may notice that I talk a lot about SNR loss scores with these particular hearing aids because it's so important. But before I get into all of the hearing aids on this year's list of best background noise hearing aids in 2025, do me a huge favor and click the like button. It really helps out the channel because it gets these videos in front of a broader audience. And while you're at it, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button with notification bell, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And let me know down in the comment section of this video if hearing better in background noise is your top priority and which hearing aids you think are the best for hearing in background noise for you. That being said, in no particular order, the first hearing aid on this year's list of best hearing aids for background noise in 2025 is the Starkey Edge Ai. The Starkey Edge Ai uses their new G2 Neuro sound processor, which now uses artificial intelligence in the form of a deep neural network. Think of a deep neural network as an artificial human brain that has the ability to learn based on the inputs that you provide it. For instance, if you feed a bunch of sound samples into a deep neural network, what's going to happen is that deep neural network is going to start identifying the different characteristics that make speech speech and make noise noise. Using a deep neural network to do this, it significantly outperforms the capabilities of a human engineer trying to develop algorithms to define the characteristics of speech and noise. Starkey's deep neural network operates on an integrated neural processing unit that is dedicated to deep neural network processing. This integration of a deep neural network on a single chip increases the efficiency of the artificial intelligence, which decreases the battery drain. The result is a hearing aid that uses a deep neural network that still gets you up to 51 hours of battery life on a single charge. In terms of signal to noise ratio, it can achieve up to a 13 decibel improvement in steady state noise when using Edge Mode Plus, which is huge. And it's able to achieve between 10 and 11 decibels of improvement for other types of background noise, such as restaurants where a lot of people are talking at one time when you're using Edge Mode Plus. And you know what? Why don't I just let you listen to it for yourself?
Range anxiety, our goal at Starkey was to remove the fear from hearing aid users that they'll miss out on one of life's most important moments due to running out of battery life in their hearing aids.
Now, I think you would have to admit that that is pretty impressive. Starkey's new Edge Mode Plus, which you can activate inside of the My Starkey app, allows you to toggle between enhanced speech if you're looking for the best speech understanding, or reduced noise if you're looking for the most auditory comfort. Now, when it comes to background noise performance, I always like to take a look at HearAdvisor.com to see how they have these hearing aids ranked up against their peers. HearAdvisor is an independent hearing aid testing lab that tests the performance of different hearing aids using a standard testing protocol so we can compare apples to apples. When it comes to performance in background noise, the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aid received a sound grade of A, with an impressive tune score of 4.5 out of 5. When it comes to performance and background noise, the Starkey Edge Ai only scored a 2.6 out of 5, which doesn't rank this hearing aid very high among its peers that scored in the mid-3s to mid-4s. However, HearAdvisor did not run this testing using Edge Mode Plus, which would have likely increased the score significantly. I fully expect this hearing aid will get retested by HearAdvisor, and I would be shocked if it didn't score in the 4s, making it one of the best hearing aids in the industry. All that being said, the Starkey Edge Ai is a fantastic hearing aid if you're looking to hear better in background noise in 2025. Now, I should share a quick caveat with you here, because all of the hearing aids that I'm talking about in this video are horrible hearing aids when it comes to background noise performance if you do not have them fit and programmed by a hearing care professional who follows comprehensive audiologic best practices, including real ear measurement. This means that it is critical for you to find a professional that does do these things, which is why I highly recommend that you go to my website, HearingUp.com, and find a HearingUp Network member in your area. HearingUp members have been vetted and are committed to following comprehensive audiologic best practices, including speech and noise testing, to identify your signal-to-noise ratio loss score and real ear measurement to ensure that your hearing aids are programmed properly to your hearing loss prescription to maximize the performance of your devices. To find a HearingUp Network member, just go to my website, HearingUp.com, and use the map feature to find a vetted provider in your area and give them a call or shoot them an email. I'm proud to say you can even find a HearingUp provider in Australia. So if you want to make sure that you hear your absolute best with your hearing aids that are meant to help you hear better in background noise, then finding a HearingUp Network member near you is your best bet. Alright, the second hearing aid on this year's list of best hearing aids for background noise in 2025 is the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio. Now, those of you who watch my channel regularly were expecting me to talk about this hearing aid in this video, because this is one of the most impressive hearing aids that we have ever seen when it comes to performance and background noise. Phonak also uses a deep neural network just like Starkey, but instead of incorporating this deep neural network inside of their main chip, they also have a secondary chip called the Deep Sonic chip that performs all of this deep neural network sound processing. The Deep Sonic chip is the first of its kind, and its performance is crazy. While the Era chip handles all of the standard sound processing inside of the Sphere Infinio hearing aid, the Deep Sonic chip has one job: use artificial intelligence to separate speech from background noise. Its deep neural network that was trained with 22 million sound samples performs 7.7 billion operations per second through 4.5 million neural connections to effectively separate speech from noise. Combined with its directional microphones, the Sphere Infinio hearing aid gets you up to 10 decibels of signal-to-noise ratio improvement in any listening situation. Don't believe me? Go ahead and take a listen for yourself.
I can smudge it maybe later by judging the track or something, but this was like the intro song. And I was like so behind the beat because when I would press it down, all of a sudden the pitch shift stuff was behind by like 10 milliseconds. I mean, it's enough to make the feel off, you know?
The processing power needed to accomplish this task is insane. Fortunately, this chip has 53 times more processing power than other standard chips on the market. According to HearAdvisor, the Phonak Sphere Infinio is the best performing hearing aid in background noise that they have ever tested, and it's by a wide margin, scoring 4.5 out of 5 in laboratory testing. The craziest thing is, I have patients who have a signal-to-noise ratio loss score between 18 and 21 decibels, which is a severe difficulty in background noise. But they've actually been able to perform well in background noise while just using hearing aids alone. This is something that I would have previously said was impossible without using an assistive listening device like a remote microphone. Although I will say that these patients that I'm talking about had excellent cognition and their hearing aids were fit and programmed properly to their hearing loss prescription using custom ear molds and verified with real ear measurement. Individual performance can vary, and these individuals significantly outperformed what I thought was possible for them. Although I will say that if you have a really high signal-to-noise ratio loss score and you're not able to achieve the same level of benefit with the Sphere Infinio hearing aids, these hearing aids also have access to the best accessory ever created on the planet called the Roger On 3, which I have a video of that I will also link in the description. I will say that this hearing aid has been so popular from the initial release due to its performance improvements and background noise that it actually was on a shortage to where Phonak was not producing all of the colors available, and they only produced it in the top 2 technology levels. Hopefully by the time that you're watching this video, Phonak has worked through all the backlog of orders and you'll be able to get these hearing aids here in 2025. Okay, so one of the absolute best ways to significantly improve your ability to hear in background noise, no matter what hearing aids you're using, is to use an auditory training app like Lace AI Pro. Think of auditory training like physical therapy just for your ears. I mean, think about it. If you get a knee replacement, you don't just get sent home after surgery without physical therapy if you actually want that knee replacement to go well. But the same is true about auditory training when you get a pair of hearing aids. The Lace AI Pro app lets you perform auditory training right from your smart device into your hearing aids to significantly improve how well you hear in background noise. Lace, which stands for Listening and Communication Enhancement, was developed over 20 years ago and is the most validated form of auditory training on the planet, with over 80 research studies to prove its effectiveness. When it comes to hearing in background noise, it can get you up to a 6 decibel signal-to-noise ratio improvement in addition to what you can get with hearing aids alone. This means an additional 60% improvement in speech understanding while in noise, depending on the severity of your hearing loss. The training sessions are super easy and, dare I say, fun, and they only take between 15 and 20 minutes to complete a session, and the benefits that you get from this auditory training are long-lasting. It is by far the cheapest way to significantly improve your ability to hear in background noise, considering that to get a 6 decibel additional improvement in background noise performance would cost you thousands of dollars when it comes to hearing aids. And for Dr. Cliff channel subscribers, I even have a discount code in the description and a link to Lace AI Pro if you want to check it out yourself. Okay, so let's jump to the third and final hearing aid to make this year's list of best hearing aids for background noise in 2025, and that hearing aid is the Oticon Intent. Oticon was actually the first hearing aid manufacturer to release a deep neural network trained hearing aid on the market back in March of 2021. This means that Oticon has a several-year head start when it comes to using deep neural network for sound processing. They've even updated their deep neural network to version 2.0. Their original deep neural network was trained with over 12 million different sound samples to help train this hearing aid how to identify the differences between speech and noise. The Oticon Intent is capable of achieving up to an 11 decibel signal-to-noise ratio improvement in background noise. The 2.0 version of this deep neural network has been refined even more. They fed it more sound samples to train it even more, and they refined the output, going from 64 channels to 256 channels. This has also allowed Oticon to achieve an additional 2 decibels of noise reduction, going from 10 decibels to 12 decibels in their Oticon Intent 1s. The Oticon Intent hearing aids can also vary the amount of noise reduction you receive depending on your body movement, thanks to their 4D sensor. So if you're in a static one-on-one conversation in noise, you can maximize the noise reduction to hear the person you're having a conversation with. But if you're moving around in a noisy room and engaging with different individuals from different directions, it reduces the amount of noise reduction so you can keep your situational awareness. This can help you prevent the feeling of being closed off in a noisy environment because you're running too much digital noise reduction. Using these new 4D sensors in combination with the 2.0 version of their deep neural network also resulted in a 35% improvement compared to not using the 4D sensors. A lot of my Oticon Intent hearing aid users report the same thing. They don't feel like the background noise drops out as much as they feel like the speech just pops out of the background noise for them. Even HearAdvisor has the Oticon Intent hearing aid ranked number 2 overall when it comes to performance in background noise, with a score of 3.7 out of 5. Overall, the Oticon Intent hearing aid is a terrific hearing aid if you want to make sure that you can understand someone talking to you in a noisy environment. As you can see, you have some really good choices when it comes to hearing aid technology that has been designed to help you hear better in background noise. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap of all 3, and again, in no particular order, we have the Starkey Edge Ai that uses their Edge Mode Plus feature to achieve up to a 13 decibel signal-to-noise ratio improvement in certain background noise situations. Next, we have the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio that uses their dedicated deep sonic chip to effortlessly separate speech from background noise and achieve up to a 10 decibel signal-to-noise ratio improvement, and gives you access to one of the best hearing aid accessories to cut through background noise better than ever before. And last but not least, we had the Oticon Intent that uses its 2nd generation deep neural network to achieve up to an 11 decibel signal-to-noise ratio improvement, whether you're moving or stationary, thanks to their new 4D sensor technology. Just keep in mind that if you want to achieve the full performance of any one of these hearing aids, it is heavily dependent on how well they are fit and programmed to your hearing loss prescription, and whether or not you're using an open dome, closed dome, or custom ear mold. That being said, if you get the right hearing aid tech and the right hearing care professional to fit and program your devices for you, 2025 will be the absolute best year for you when it comes to hearing and noise.